Hello students, here I am back, your own Ranjana ma'am, and you are watching whose channel? Not mine, it's your channel. Yeah, you may be wondering that I am being a bit irregular in my posts and in my uploading my videos. Yeah, you are correct. Actually, the pressure of the tuitions and the corrections, they are a bit heavy on me, but don't worry, I will help you in solving all your problems. And yes, today you must be wondering what I am here to teach you: the heart of the tree. I've got many requests, so this is for my Icse students, the heart of the tree. Quite a few requests, yes. So here I am, and let's start with it. The heart of the tree. What does he plant? Who plants a tree? So the poem begins with a question, and the poet himself answers it. He plants a friend of sun and sky. He plants the flag of breezes free, the shaft of beauty towering high. He plants a home to heaven and night, for song and mother croon of bird, in hushed and happy twilight heard. The treble of heaven's harmony, these things he plants who plants a tree. So the poet first puts a question. We can call it a hypophora. That means the question is given and then he himself answers that in planting a tree, he doesn't just plant a tree itself, but a friend of the sun and the sky. The tree is the friend of the sun. Why? Because it depends on the sun for its food, the process of photosynthesis. And also of the sky, because from the sky, the trees, it takes the carbon dioxide and breathes in oxygen. He plants the flag of breezes free. Yeah, so when the breezes pass through the leaves of the trees, they seem to be like flags waving. The shaft of beauty towering high. So the tree looks very beautiful when the tree grows up to its full height, towering high. He plants a home to heaven and night, as if the trees, they grow so high that it seems as if they have come close to heaven. Anai means as if close to heaven. For song and mother croon of bird. Yes, so the mother, which is singing to its baby, the mother bird when it sings to its babies, for song and mother croon of bird. And when does the mother sing to the babies? In hushed and happy twilight heard. So the song of the mother bird is heard during the twilight, and that also in a suppressed tone. Happy twilight heard. The treble of heaven's harmony. These things he plants who plants a tree. So in the first verse also, the poet gives us quite a number of things the person does who plants a tree. What does he plant? Who plants a tree? Again, the same question is repeated, and this time the answers are different. He plants cool shade and tender rain, and seed and bud of days to be, and years that fade and flush again. He plants the glory of the plain. He plants the forest's heritage, the harvest of a coming age, the joy that unborn eyes shall see. These things he plants who plants a tree. So yes, as I told you, this one has something different. The person who plants a tree, when the tree grows up, it's in its full sway, then what does it do? It offers us cool shade. And not only that, we are all aware that the trees, where there are a number of trees, they bring in rain. It attracts the cloud. That is why places which are barren, which doesn't have trees, take for example the deserts, there is no rain, or rather scarcity of rain. But in places which are full of trees, rainfall is very good. So he plants cool shade and tender rain, and seed and bud of days to be. Yeah. So from when he plants a tree, what happens in the coming time? What happens? The seed only comes when it gives birth to sapling, and then the trees they give birth to buds, and then it blossoms into flower, and later it gives fruit. So these are the things. So in planting the seed of a tree, he plants so many things. He plants cool shade and tender rain and seed and bud of days to be, and years that fade and flush again he plants. So what happens? A tree is born, it grows to its full, and then a time comes when it dies. Yeah, that is the process of birth, the cycle of life. Whatever is born has to die. But when it dies, in the meantime, it has given birth to a number of trees. So, years that fade and flush again. So, he plants one tree, but in the course of time, a number of trees have started growing in that place. So, and it becomes a forest. So, he plants the glory of the plain, he plants the forest heritage, the harvest of a coming age. So in planting a tree, he is also planting a forest, because that tree will give rise to the birth of many trees, and the forest will creep up, and he plants the forest heritage, the harvest of a coming age. And we know that the trees are one of the greatest resources. The joy that unborn eyes shall see. Yeah, and in this way, he plants trees for the future generation. If we don't plant trees, a time will come when there won't be any trees left. The ones that are already there would die out. And the future generation, they will have no trees to see. So these trees, in planting a tree, he is planting a forest rather, and this will be for the future generation. The joy that unborn eyes shall see. Here, unborn eyes refer to the future generation. The joy that they will experience on seeing a tree. These things he plants, who plants a tree. What does he plant? Who plants a tree? Again, the third time, the same question. And this time, a little bit higher than the material things we benefit. He plants in sap and leaf and wood, in love of home and loyalty. So this person who plants a tree is a responsible person. He is responsible as a family member. He is also equally responsible as a member of the society, as a responsible citizen. He plants in leaf and sap, in sap and leaf and wood, in love of home. So because he loves his home, it is towards a loyalty towards his home, a loyalty towards his neighborhood, towards his society, towards the world in general, that he plants a tree. And far cast thought of civic good. Yeah, the thought of civic good is in his mind, and that is why he plants a tree. He sees the future, and that is why he plants the tree, thinking of the civic good that he is doing, the good that he is doing to society. His blessings on the neighborhood, who in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of our land. Yeah, in planting a tree, he is as if blessing his neighborhood. And in the hollow or the empty space of his hand, what is he doing? Holds all the growth of our land. Yeah, because the nation depends a lot upon trees. You must have read so many times the benefits of trees. How do we benefit from trees? Afforestation. So you have learned how trees are a blessing for us. So the person who plants a tree, he is as if blessing us. He is blessing his family, he is blessing his neighborhood, he is blessing rather the whole country. And holds all the growth of all our land. A nation's growth from sea to sea. So from one end to the other, he is as if promoting the growth of the nation, helping the nation to progress. Stirs in his heart who plants a tree. So the person who plants a tree, he has all these thoughts stirring or in his heart, and that is what makes him plant a tree. He thinks of the growth of the nation, progress of the nation. He thinks of the growth of his neighborhood. He thinks of the growth of his family, of the well-being of his family. He knows that without trees, we will not be able to survive. We depend upon the trees in so many ways. We depend upon the tree in so many ways. Suppose there were no trees, so how will the pollution be removed? We all are aware that trees, they suck in they inhale the carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen, just opposite of what we do. Not only that, the trees, they bring in rain. The trees give us a lot of, it gives us food in the form of fruits. The bark and the trees, they are also, there are medicinal trees which helps to cure us in our diseases. There are many medicinal plants and trees, so in that way they help us. In small ways we find when each and every part of the tree is as it beneficial. Not only that, after the tree is dead, the wood that we get, we can use it as fuel, we can use it for the furniture. So while it is alive, it gives us shade, it brings in rain, it helps to hold the soil and prevent floods. All this we have read in our science books also, biology and all that. We have read so much about trees. But at the same time, but we have we ever thought of the person who plants a tree? So how does he really benefit society as a whole? How does it is as if a blessing that he showers on his society? He showers a blessing on his family. He showers a blessing on his nation and helps the nation in progressing. So though the theme, we have read it in many poems also. There have been poems. Like there is another poem, I don't remember the poet, in killing a tree. Or on killing a tree, something. So there the poet is telling that killing the tree is a very easy job. And in a way, he makes us aware of the cruelty. So that is different. That is also, he is promoting afforestation and telling us to stop the cruel process of deforestation. But here at the same time, not only the tree, but the person who plants the tree, he is doing a wonderful job. He is doing a really great job. And he is as if promoting, or he is helping the nation to grow. So these are the thoughts which stirs in the heart of a person who plants a tree. So he just doesn't go and plant a tree. Don't think it is a thoughtless act. Oh, everyone is doing. No, he has these thoughts. The good of the nation is in his heart. The good of the society is in his heart. That shows that he is a responsible person. He has a loyalty towards his family, his society, or his neighborhood, and also towards the country. And that is why. So it may be a very simple act of planting a tree, but at the same time, it's not so simple. Outwardly, it might seem very simple, but at the same time, just think of the person. What a good thought is in his heart that makes him do it. So in this poem, what are the things you have to keep in mind? The title. So title is very appropriate. You might get a 4 marks question. Justify the appropriateness of the title. So yes, you can very well go and say the title is appropriate. And heart of the tree. So the theme is afforestation. The tree is very important for our survival. This global warming and everything, why is it? Because we are thoughtlessly cutting down trees. So trees are important for our survival, and the person who plants a tree, he shows his concern for the future generation. He is not selfish. Many times we think, no, what of that? When the trees are not there, by that time we'll die. This is a selfish thought. But you will not be there. But what about your children or your family or the generations that will come? They are also ours. So how can we be so thoughtless? So the person who plants a tree, this person shows his concern for future. And there are some things which you should keep in mind. And there are certain things which you should keep in mind while preparing for your exam. Importance of the title, I have already said in all my other poems also, importance of the title and the theme. So in this poem, the importance of trees for our survival is one theme, and concern for the future of the earth. Yeah, the future generation, thinking of them, having concern for them, these are two very important themes. And while preparing for the exam, you should also keep in mind the figures of speech, because there are times when you get a question, not always. I don't say that you will get, but what if you get? Because there are provisions. You are taught figures of speech, so you have to pay attention to the figures of speech, like what should we say, alliteration. In this poem, there are quite a few alliterations. You have to pay importance to the rhyming scheme. And as I said in the beginning only, there is a technique, literary technique called the hypophora, where the poet himself puts a question and then he answers it. In the three verses, the answers are different. But at the same time, the technique is there. What does he do or something? He plants a tree, yes. What does he plant? Who plants a tree? The same question in the beginning of all these three verses. Well, the answers are different. So this is an easy poem. You don't have to labor much. So I think you don't have any problems now. If you still have any problems, you can put your questions in the comment section, and I am always there to answer you. Yes, one thing I forgot to tell you in the beginning, that I am not getting much subscribers. My people who are not my subscribers, they are watching it more in comparison to my subscribers. So please do subscribe to my channel, and after watching the video, if you like it, please press the like button. And this is the time for me to take my leave. Have a good time. Goodbye.